want to talk to you today about why you should start a YouTube channel, even if you think nobody is going to watch, even if you do not know what to talk about, even if people around you, they cannot see the point of it, even if you are not happy with what you see in the mirror right now. I'm on day 115 of showing up on this channel every single day. And I want to tell you how my perspective on this journey has completely changed. Because when I started, I thought I knew exactly why I was doing this. And what I discovered was something much more important than what I was looking for. You see, when I first committed to this channel, my primary goal was monetization. I wanted to make money while I sleep. I had watched YouTube from the outside for years, and I knew that all the platforms that pay creators, YouTube has always been the most consistent. So I committed to showing up 100 days. Every single day starting January 1st, 2026. And then something happened that I really did not expect. I started reading the comments, the messages that people were sending me, the way women were responding to what I was sharing. And then my goal completely shifted. And it shifted not because monetization stopped mattering, but because I discovered that I was aligning with something much deeper than income. I was aligning with my purpose. Now, let me take you back to when I first came to the United States. There was no internet, there was no cell phone, and definitely no YouTube channels to turn to, no creators who look like me talking about the things that I was going through. We just had radio and television and books, and of course, music. So my first few years here, they were extremely lonely. I had a vision. I had made a decision for my life. And when I shared that vision with my family, every single person discouraged me. Everyone. I kid you not. They told me that I was going to fail. And I want to say something about that because I do not want you to misunderstand that they were not saying that because they did not love me. They were saying it because they love me. You see, when the people who love you tell you that you are not going to make it, it is almost never about you. It is their fear translated into words. Their love for you is projected as doubt. But understanding that did not make it hurt less. I wish there had been a channel at the time that I could have turned to, someone who had been through what I was going through, someone who understood what it felt to carry a vision alone, to carry a vision when your family doesn't support it in a country that did not feel like home. What I had instead was books. I remember reading a lot of motivational books, and I also had music. And I remember walking around with a Walkman, and I had a CD subscription at the time. Remember those CD subscriptions where albums arrived in the mails? And I remember when a specific album came out, and I listened to it every single day. It was God's Property by Kirk Franklin. Every song was speaking directly to me, to my situation. It was saying to me, you're not alone. Do not put your dreams on hold. Keep going. That music carried me through when the people around me could not. And now we have the internet. We have YouTube. We have the ability to reach someone sitting alone somewhere in a new country with a vision that nobody around them can see. And you have the opportunity to be the voice that carries them through. That is why I keep showing up. It's not just for monetization, because I know what it feels like to need that voice and to not have it. The first reason I keep showing up is that my story resonates. I know this because the comments, they tell me. The DM I receive on Instagram tell me. The messages tell me. The women who find this channel and say, this is exactly where I am right now, tell me. So someone out there is in a hard place today, struggling to hold on to their vision, struggling to believe in themselves, struggling to keep going when nobody around them is rooting for them. And if showing up here gives that person something to hold on to, that is enough reason. That is more than enough reason. Now, the second reason that I show up is what this journey is doing for me. Showing up on this channel every single day, it has been changing the story that I tell myself, and also the way that I think about myself, the way I see myself, not in a judgmental way, in a feeling way. I am willingly replacing thoughts that I have carried since my 20s, since my 30s, and even my 40s. And now at 50 years old, about to be 51 in a couple of days, I am choosing different. And I want to say something that I believe completely. I am a phenomenal woman. I am a beautiful Black Haitian woman. I am smart. I am friendly. I am funny. I am loyal to the T. I love helping people. And as long as I am breathing, I am going to give as much joy, as much support, as much encouragement, as much oomph as I possibly can to someone else. I did not always believe that about myself, but showing up here every single day, it has helped me get there. And I want you to see me doing that so that you can get out of your own way too. Now, the third reason is one that I have not talked about enough. The third reason is my health journey. There was a time when I was at my highest weight. I was at 250 pounds. I am 5'7". And according to my lab results and also my doctors, I was overweight. I was pre-diabetic. I had a lot of health issues that were directly affecting my quality of life. And those health issues were directly related to my health. And for almost a year, I did not want to show up on social media. I did not want to take pictures. And even if I did, it was from the waist up. I did not want anyone to see me because I was not happy with the person that I saw in the mirror. And then on January 1st, I made a decision. I am not going to let my weight get in the way of my purpose. I am not going to let how I look right now stop me from building what I am building. I am not at my goal weight yet, but I am showing up anyway. And that decision, it was one of the most freeing things that I have ever done for myself. And I am sharing my health journey because fibroids affect a lot of Black women, because my doctors, they were not listening to me, because I want Black women to know that they are not alone in this as well. And not because I need to justify why I look the way I look. Nobody gets to make me feel like I need to explain my body to earn the right to show up. And nobody gets to make you feel that way either. All right? There is something about turning 50 years old that I was not prepared for. You genuinely stop caring. Like I said, I don't give a flying fuck what people think. Not in a reckless way, but in a freeing way. Every day that I show up, I feel better about myself. I am discovering this new side of life, and I am taking you with me on this journey. I was on a Zoom call recently, and I watched a woman speak about herself in a way that it stopped me cold, because the way that she saw herself, the way that she talked about herself, it reminded me of why I keep showing up here. Because if one video, one moment, one thing that I say changes the way a woman sees herself, that is worth every hard day. That is worth every day I did not feel like pressing record. That is worth all of it. All of it. So now I want to talk directly to you. Yes, you. The one who has been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, the one who has been holding back for one reason or another. Let me address every reason you have been giving yourself. If you have been saying nobody is going to watch, I want to ask you something. When I started, I had 91 subscribers. Most of them people who already knew me. And I showed up every day anyway. Because the one person who needs to hear what you have to say is not going to find you if you never start. If you have been saying, someone else is already doing this. Yeah, true, but they are not you. I have had clients choose to work with me not because I was the most well-known, not because I had the biggest following, but because they felt that I understood them better, that I spoke their language, that something about the way I showed up resonated with exactly who they were. Nobody else can be you. Nobody else has your specific combination of experience, story, personality, smarts, skills, and perspective. Yeah, they may be doing the same thing, but no one does it like you do. Your audience is waiting for you, not a version of someone else. You. If you've been saying, I do not like how I look right now, I need to lose some weight. I hear you. I hear you, sis. I live that. And I am telling you, from the other side of that decision, do not let your appearance keep someone out there from your phenomenal gifts and from your phenomenal personality. If you want to get your hair done first, get it done. If wearing a wig makes you feel good, wear it. Okay? There are no rules. Make your own rules. Do whatever makes you feel good about showing up. But do not use it as the reason that you never show up at all. Because I promise you, the person who needs to hear your story is not judging your appearance. They are just grateful that you showed up when you show up. And if you've been saying, I do not know what to talk about where you are right now. Talk about your current situation. Your current situation is someone else's future testimony. You do not need to have it figured out before you start sharing. You just need to be honest about where you are and what you are learning along the way. That is enough. That has always been enough. You have always been enough. I'm going to be 51 years old in April 28, and I want to tell you what 50 feels like. It feels like finally Finally done waiting, finally done shrinking, finally done apologizing for who I am, for taking up space. I am tired of the victim story. I am tired of the waiting. I am tired of waiting for someone else to choose me. I am choosing me, and I am choosing different, starting with the stories that I tell myself, starting with how I see myself, starting with showing up even on the days that I do not feel like it. And here's what I know for certain. You are a big deal. Your story matters. Your voice is needed. And there is someone out there right now who is in the same lonely place that I was in when I first came to this country, with no internet, no YouTube channel to turn to, no Instagram, just a Walkman. And the hope that someone somewhere understood. You can be that voice for someone, but only if you show up. So, if you've been thinking about starting, the only advice that I can give you is to start. Start imperfectly and consistently at first. That's okay. Without the perfect setup, without the perfect lighting, without the perfect hair day. Thank God for wigs and braids. Just start. Just start and keep going, because the muscles builds video by video. And one day you will look up and then you will realize that you have built something that nobody can take from you. All right, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Webley, and I am on day 115 of this journey. And I'm asking you to hit subscribe and drop a comment below and tell me what has been stopping you from starting. I want to read every single one of your answer, and I will see you in the next one.